Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling channel. I am your host, Seth. Today I'm going to give you my NXT Vengeance Day and AEW Grand Slam predictions because they are both this Saturday. So let's hop right into it. Cue the intro. We are going to start here with NXT Vengeance Day, and the first match I want to talk about is Stephanie Vaquer versus Fallon Henley for the NXT Women's North American Championship. This has been a heated rivalry, I could say. It feels like the heated part is more between Stephanie Vaquer and Jacy Jayne. Now that that's quieted down a little bit, we can get more into Stephanie and Fallon. But I feel like this is more not as much for the rivalry, but more for the match, because this match really should be an incredible match. These are two amazing performers, and I'm excited to see what this match has in store. For me, I feel like Fatal Influence is going to help Fallon Henley retain, because Stephanie Vaquer definitely, in my opinion, has a shot of maybe facing Julia, who we'll get to later in the night, or anyone who wins that Fatal 4-Way later in the night at Stand and Deliver for the NXT Women's Championship. Next up, we have Javon Evans versus Ethan Page in a one-on-one match. This has been a heated rivalry. This definitely deserves to be on Vengeance Day. And Lowell back in December with breaking Javon's jaw by Ethan Page, then breaking Cedric's fingers, then hurting Dante's leg. This has been a heated rivalry. I feel like the jaw is going to get involved, but I feel like Javon Evans will come out with the win. I just think this is just going to be more of a fight from both of them, because in my opinion, Ethan Page doesn't really have a character right now that makes him a coward. He has a character that is like just a ruthless person. And I feel like this is just going to be a fight with Javon Evans coming out victorious and maybe leading him into a title match on the way to Stand and Deliver. Next up, we got Fraxium versus Josh Briggs and Inamura. This is going to be a barn burner, because anything we've learned from this tag team division, in my opinion, is I know NXT always says they have the best women's division in wrestling, but in my opinion, they also probably have the best tag team division in wrestling. The SmackDown tag team division is good, but this one just has so many more tag teams in the mix. And something we've learned is, like, even when Fraxium's not in the match, all of the matches that the tag team division has are always amazing. And I expect nothing less of this match at Vengeance Day. I think it is going to be a barn burner, many near falls, with Fraxium coming out with the victory. Like I said, this match will just be incredible. There's been a good lead up to this match, but like the Stephanie Vaquer and Fallon Henley match, this is probably more about the match than the lead up, and I'm just excited to see what happens here. Next up, we got Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe in a strap match. This rivalry hasn't gotten too much heat around it, but it's definitely been less about the words and more about the actions of both men leading up to this match, because Eddie Thorpe and Trick had a match a little bit ago for the NXT Championship. They were both involved in the triple threat match at New Year's Evil, and when Eddie Thorpe faced Obafemi a couple weeks ago on NXT, Trick did hit the trick shot on, I think, with a steel chair against Eddie Thorpe. And last week, Eddie taking out Trick with the strap. So this match definitely will be good. It'll be interesting because it is a strap match, and we don't know what's going to play out there. I was a little skeptical about why they didn't put Tony D'Angelo and Ridge Holland on the card for Vengeance Day, but now I understand with this match they announced on NXT. Now it makes sense why they didn't put that on there, because they chose to go with this match, which I think is a perfect thumbs up for me, because this definitely, especially with the stipulation, gives it a lot of praise to be on this card, and I'm excited to see what happens with this match. I think Trick Williams is going to get the win and maybe go to face Obafemi if he retains at Roadblock, because I don't see him going to Stand and Deliver and facing for it. I see someone else beating whoever the champion is, because I see Trick getting called up in the draft. And we'll just have to see what happens with this match. Speaking of which, next up, Obafemi, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, triple threat for the NXT Championship. This has had a good lead-up. In my opinion, the most interesting part about this lead-up has been Grayson Waller and Austin Theory butting heads, even though they're tag team partners. We could see an Austin Theory turn here, or Grayson Waller turn, whatever the direction goes. That's possible in this match if it just comes down to them two in the ring. I think it's going to be more of a 2-on-1. Then possibly we see a Grayson and Austin standoff. But I do think Obafemi is going to come out retaining the championship. If we do see Theory and Waller turn on each other, that could lead to a match between them. Maybe at like WrestleMania. Or like an Elimination Chamber just sometime on Raw. But Obafemi, I think, will win and carry this title to Stand and Deliver, where I think he will drop it at Stand and Deliver, and then he will also get called up, which is crazy because he only debuted at the beginning of 2024, and that is like a really quick call up for someone to get called up that quickly. Like, if you think about some guys, like Tony D'Angelo debuted at the beginning of NXT 2.0 in 2021, and he's still on NXT, and he hasn't even won the NXT Championship. Just last year, he won the NXT North American Championship. So Obafemi, if he does get drafted, that would be a crazy, quick rise for him, but I'm definitely taking him to beat Theory and Waller here at Vengeance Day. Pause. Do you guys watching my wrestling content on YouTube and my long videos? Well, if you don't have the time to watch a full-length video and you want to just see some shorter videos of my predictions, go check out my Instagram account, wild_wrestling. I post a lot of predictions on there. Not as many as I do here, but I post predictions for all the main shows of a bunch of wrestling companies I watch. So go follow me over on Instagram, and let's hop back into the video. And finally, we have the match that I think will main event Vengeance Day because it has just had such a good lead-up. Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Bayley, and Julia in a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. This has been an incredible lead-up to this match, from just the turn on Cora on Roxanne to the tension between all four women and the adding of Cora this past Tuesday on NXT. This has just been so amazing, and I am so stoked to see what this match is going to be like. Don't really know what it's going to really be like. I just hope it is an incredible match with so many great spots and maybe some like points in the match that are critical, like maybe a Roxanne and Cora we can see in the future, a Cora and Julia, a Bayley and Julia. I guess like those one-on-ones that are just gonna make us super happy. And I think Julia will retain the title, and possibly, in my opinion, Stand and Deliver is the time to do Cora and Julia, where I think Cora could possibly win the NXT Women's Championship. That is it for Vengeance Day, and now we're going to move into AEW Grand Slam live from Brisbane, Australia, this Saturday, immediately following NBA All-Star Saturday Night on TNT. And the first match I want to talk about is Harley Cameron versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. This has had an interesting lead-up, I would say, due to Harley Cameron begging for a match. Mercedes Moné won't give her one. The puppet came in, the concert came in. Finally, Harley gets her match, and she seems so ready for this match. Sadly, I don't think she's going to be able to defeat Mercedes Moné, but it is just going to be an incredible attempt, I would say, in her home country of Australia, and I'm pretty sure in her hometown, too, of Brisbane. But I think it'll be a good match, and I'm just happy that Harley is going to get her moment at Grand Slam Australia. Next up, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Buddy Matthews for the AEW Continental Championship. Also, a great moment for Buddy in his home country of Australia. This will be a very entertaining match because Buddy Matthews and Kazuchika Okada are very good performers. I think Kazuchika Okada will come out with the win and a very good match. Don't really know where his championship reign is going to go from here because we haven't seen the Elite. We haven't seen the Young Bucks since they lost their AEW World Tag Team Championships, and we haven't seen Jack Perry since he lost the TNT Championship. So I don't really know where Kazuchika Okada's reign is going to go, but we'll have to just see. But I think Grand Slam Australia, this match will be a good match. Woo, baby. Next up, we got the great match of the night. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega versus Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. What a dream match. What a match you're about to see. 5-star classic, in my opinion, if it's done correctly. This is going to be an incredible match. And I think, Ospreay, and Mr. Kenny Omega, because he hears the battle cry, are going to get the job done and win this tag team classic and shove it up Don Callis' mouth. And yeah, I think this is just going to be an incredible match. Gonna hopefully see some incredible moves, incredible bumps, and hopefully we see something cool come out of this match. So we'll just have to see what happens. Next up, we have Toni Storm versus Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship. This has been an interesting lead-up because we had Toni Storm playing the Tony Storm, and then coming out that she played the role perfectly, and she is still timeless Toni Storm, and she is here to get her revenge on Mariah May. Should be a very good match. I still think Mariah May is going to come out with the victory just like at All in London, but should be an interesting story during the match and just an incredible match as well, this will be very interesting to see. Finally, Cope and Switchblade Jay White versus Claudio Castagnoli and the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley in the Brisbane Brawl. This should be a fight, a brutal fight. Hopefully we see the Death Riders. Hopefully we see FTR. Maybe the Guns if they're still going to help Jay White, but I don't know if they will because they were more focused on the AEW World Tag Team titles. But now it looks like the Murder Machines shifted their focus to that. So possibly we see the Guns, but it should just be an incredible fight and brawl. I think Cope and Switchblade Jay White will get the win. Hopefully Cope pins Moxley ahead of their match at Revolution. So this will be an incredible match, incredible fight, incredible brawl, whatever you want to say about it. And this is what I think. And hopefully to end off Grand Slam Australia, we see Cope standing tall over Jon Moxley. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed these videos and if you have different predictions from what I said. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you guys.